All right, since we're live, everybody, hello. Guess what? We are in Gary Lee Price's studio this morning because today is
Hello,
a very
everybody.
special
Launch
day.
day, May 12th, getting this book out there. This is a very exciting day.
So tell everybody what your book is called.
My book is entitled Divine Turbulence, Navigating the Amorphous Winds of Life, and came up with that title at your book retreat. What was that, 5 years ago? My gosh, I can't believe it's been that long ago, but that was the title, and we've been following that path ever since, and now we finally get to put this out there today.
Yeah, and I'd love you to see what a remarkable place his studio is. And look at all the amazing, significant international treasures. We've got Joan of Arc behind us. Well, let's see. I've got to do it right. Here's Joan of Arc, and we've got a little bust of her behind, but also Amelia Earhart, and just so much of his beautiful sculptures. This particular one with the angel is of your mother. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes.
We'll go this way so everybody can see.
Exactly. That is entitled The Messenger, and when I first did that piece, I was in another studio, and I made photocopies of my mother, and put them all around the studio because I wanted to tap into her energy in that. Of course, I lost her at age 6, and I feel like she's been my most powerful guardian angel my whole entire life, over 60 years ago. And so that piece is dedicated to my mom and called The Messenger.
Beautiful. So Gary, just because we have so many authors that follow this particular Facebook group and page, would you let people know, what did it take for you to decide you were going to put something on the page? What was that personal decision like for you?
Yeah, after you've lived long enough that you have been able to see, and I call it this divine orchestration in your life, and you see how things, of course, all of our lives do this. There's an ebb and flow and an up and down that happens to us. But after a while, you go, oh my gosh, there are points that I can see that led to this, to this, to this. And I've always been a very optimistic person. And so consequently, there's just been so many incredible things happen in my life. And yet to get into what we had to get into, it was really challenging because it takes a certain ability, I guess, to be vulnerable and tell your story. Years ago, I watched Oprah Winfrey's story, and that opened the gate for me to tell my story. And I think many times it takes a person to be able to lead the way, to give us that opportunity. And it's been a real challenge, but it's also been very cathartic and very healing on a lot of levels. And I hope I can pass that on to other people so that they can do the same.
Yeah. Gary had some significant things that happened to him, losing his mom at such an early age, and then also being in just a fiery den of torture and enslavement and abuse, and coming out on the other side, which this courage that it has taken for him to share those rises and falls, the ups and downs, even his dark night of the soul. And then also, as you see behind us, just this incredible, incredible contribution. And can we, I'm going to show him this, and then Gary, you talk about it a little bit. This is, I'm trying to get that angle right. Hang on. Get you and then have you behind with the statue. So this is the statue of responsibility that Gary is looking at putting on the West Coast. And there's some phenomenal movement behind that. But would you share?
You bet. Well, and let's go to this one over here too, Bridget. This is the aluminum stainless steel copy. There you go.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Beautiful.
Once again, this is the whole idea of Viktor Frankl, and the fact that he suggested, let's bookend in your nation, America, let's bookend the Statue of Liberty with the Statue of Responsibility. So I came up with this design, went to Vienna, showed Mrs. Frankl, and now literally all the profits of my memoirs are going to the statue. I kind of feel like my whole life has come to this climax, this point. And so that's a lot of what the book is about also.
Mm-hmm. So the overcoming, but then also this incredible life of contribution and what is possible.
Mm-hmm.
This statue is magnificent. Can you imagine? At least 305 feet tall on the West Coast.
Yeah.
To bookend the Statue of Liberty on the East Coast. And this is another reason why Gary thought today is a great time. There's been so many turbulent things going on in the United States, in the world at large, and a lot of people losing hope. And one of his clarion calls in this book is that it doesn't matter who you are or what you've been through, that you can overcome to create a life of joy. But he's also very vulnerable about what that took. And I think sometimes, well, I think all the time, we need stories that illustrate how to overcome, how to persevere, how to create this incredible life of contribution that you see. Just his amazing artwork and who he is. And bring it back around to you. And
well,
honestly,
I appreciate you saying all that. It does take, I don't know, there's that phoenix rising type concept that we're in the fire and we can come out of it. We can be victors, not victims. And I just think that's so powerful that we can do that. We have the ability within us. Viktor Frankl said between stimulus and response, there is a space. And within that space lies our freedom to choose. All of us have the freedom to choose how we're going to react to situations. And I think when we can be inspired, I've always been inspired by mentors, whether it be, Joan of Arc or Amelia Earhart or, Ben Franklin, whoever it is. You look at these people that have risen to these heights and have accomplished stuff, and it's very, very inspiring. So just honored to be able to share all this stuff.
Beautiful. Thank you, Gary.
You betcha.
I couldn't be
Bridget.
more proud of you.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you and so many people on our team and that too. So It's a team effort. We can do so many things alone, but boy, when we couple with other people and with gifts greater than our own, and that is just very powerful. So thank you, Bridget.
You're welcome. And a big shout out to Hannah Rose Lyon too for all the editing work that she did.
Absolutely.
And others who have really helped with this launch and with this project, with this book, also with the statue.
I want to thank my sweetheart Lisa. Couldn't have done it without her constant support, and she's so tech savvy and stuff, which I'm not. But man, it's been a definite team synergistic effort. So grateful for everyone.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you.